reason I'm making this video today is because one of my students in my Multifaceted Souls Society had a fabulous question that she wanted answered. And I thought, why not reach out, make a video, and share this with her, and then I can also share it with all of you. I just want to take a second to breathe, right? So a lot of times we don't breathe as mediums, and we're trying to learn how to deal with stepping into this ability that we all have. It's a God-given ability to learn how to develop your mediumship and mediumistic abilities. So I just love to share with people that taking a breath sometimes is like a pregnant pause. It's a good thing to do when you are overwhelmed or a little stressed. So first of all, if you guys are interested and you're new here, I'm Lisa, the Multifaceted Medium. If you're new here to my channel, make sure you subscribe because I will be sharing other tips like this that will help you develop your mediumship. We also have a private community, which my friend Joanne, who's asking this question, is part of. And she's been in it for many years, and she's a wonderful medium, and I feel that she stepped into this because her soul is calling her to serve others with grief and with healing for grief. So mediumship is a form of grief healing, but I want to answer her question. So I'm going to read her question to you, and then I will share my experience, how I found things that worked for me, and how I got through this experience that she actually just went through. So Joanne, if you're listening, this one's for you. Okay, friends, so here's the question sent from our friend Joanne. Joanne conducted a reading that she was doing for a sitter who is a client of hers, and the reading went really well because I was asking her how it went, and she said it was a really sad situation. There was a lot of illness that came in. What she noticed was some of the cards came through. The one card that came through was the coffin card, and that card can have a lot of negative connotations. The reason that that card came in that way is because it was bringing through some information towards her husband. Now, he did pass with stage 4 cancer, so there was an illness there. It didn't necessarily mean death, but an ending always is followed by a new beginning, and that's what she was referring and sharing that her experience. So I'm going to share it word for word what she said. Right away I said it didn't necessarily mean death, she said, but an ending of something else. She resorted to read the definition of the card, which said it was a stagnant energy, right? Something was stuck. So she went over that, and she had never really done that before, maybe gone over the energy. I'm not sure exactly what she was saying there. And Joanne, if you're seeing this, you can let me know in the comments below so we can explain that a little bit further. After she shared that, she felt her client was quite upset. It is a sad card. A lot of times, I'm going to go into my end of it in a second, but it is a sad card. It's a heavy card, but with endings are always new beginnings. She said she didn't say much at the end. The sitter did not want to see the card. So she tried again to reinforce the meaning. The client said she loved the reading, so that was good. And she didn't want her kind of focus on that card. She didn't want her to be fixated on it. She asked what I would do in that situation. Joanne, this is a wonderful question, and if any of you are having questions like this, or maybe you've had an experience. So I'm an evidential psychic medium, and the reason I share this is I'm also an angel tarologist. So I work with tarot with angel cards, and the reason I do that is for this exact reason. So some people love tarot. It's the new in thing right now, and that's great. But what I will say, a lot of times when we are connecting in with a loved one in the spirit world and we're using cards as a tool, because that's what they are, right? They're a physical tool that will help to confirm things, to validate, to share with you what's already coming through, but it gives you more, sometimes more evidence or more information to be able to build upon as a medium or as a psychic. And what I found was I started doing angel tarot because years ago, actually I did this for a reading for a really good friend of mine who had so much loss in her life, and it was really hard. And I thought, oh yeah, I'll read you. And I was doing tarot, and I thought, oh, let me use my tarot cards. After that, I decided I did not feel comfortable with tarot anymore. Maybe you do, and that's fine. There's no right or wrong. It's whatever works for each individual person. Each person who's doing their own mediumship, their own psychic work, what works for you might not work for me. But this is my experience and what I found worked for me. And Joanne, if you can take this, that's great. And if anyone else, if this helps you, let me know in the comments below if you've had an experience like this and how did you handle it? Maybe we'll learn from you. Right? We're all students and we're all teachers and we can learn from each other. But this is what I've experienced that helped me to be able to kind of flip the switch on this. My whole thing as an evidential psychic medium, a mentor for mediumship, and a facilitator or an educator for people who want to develop these gifts and abilities that are God-given, is that we should always leave people happier than when they came to us. So when they come to us, they're grieving, they're lost, they want answers, they're looking for clarity. We are not God. We are simply the messengers. These cards are simply tools that we can use to further bring through more information, more evidence, more guidance. But nothing is set in stone. However, the way she received that card, she felt it referred to him, and it was a coffin card, so of course she didn't want to see it because it felt heavy. So what I found was when I read for my friend, I pulled the card and it was the death card. Now the death card in tarot, if you are familiar with tarot, doesn't always mean death. It's an ending of something. Doesn't mean a death in a family or a life. It could be, a death of anything, an ending of anything. And what's after endings? Always new beginnings. So you always have to bring that forward in a way that you use your etiquette and you use compassion and you really try to touch in with your heart to reach the person where they're at so that you can be the channel and the vehicle for spirit without yourself getting in the way. Because when we're worried about how they're feeling, we have to do that in a way that is compassionate, but we're not taking that on. Where I could hear Joanne in her voice, she was almost feeling bad about the way it came through, but she kept trying to make it better. We can't make something better. When someone passes, they pass. But we can hold that space for our sitter to feel loved and filled with compassion, and to know that their loved one is okay on the other side. Maybe you get a card like that, and what I would do is tune in a little bit more, ask more questions, be more curious with the spirit world. Why am I getting this card? What does this actually represent? Why are they showing me this? What can I get from it? And again, you're not getting it from you, you're getting it from spirit. So it's coming in from here. If it's coming from you, it's yourself. It could be your ego mind bringing that in. A lot of times our ego mind does get in the way, and that's when you're up in your head. If you're saying, I think, when you're thinking, you're up here. This is soul work. It comes from the soul. The soul is between the heart and the solar plexus, so it resides here. I feel like it's always right under the heart, but everyone may have a different area where their soul is, so there's no right or wrong with that either. But pay attention to this soul work, and when you're in your head and you're thinking, because maybe you're worried about how it's going to come across, I love to share with people. This is something I've learned over the years. I don't even know where I learned it, but it's just such a beautiful experience. I feel actually Spirit shared it with me years ago, to show up and bless the person you're reading for, not impress. So it's not about you. It's not about you making them feel better. It's about you showing up and holding that sacred, beautiful space for that person who is grieving, who is looking to connect with their loved one, who is looking for guidance and answers, and explaining to them, I am not God. I'm simply a messenger. I'm going to bring through what I see, hear, feel, taste, smell, and I'm aware of. And it's up to you as the sitter to be able to either take that or not. And if you can't, it's okay, because sometimes it gets lost in translation. And for all we know, Joanne could have mixed that message up. It could mean something totally different. Maybe something else is going to end in her life where something new is coming in. So I would really pay attention to the next card that comes in with that. And I would always pull a card to leave someone happier, because you won't want to leave them hanging like that. It really could be detrimental to them. You don't know what they're going home to. You don't know if at home they have another person who is sick with an illness or cancer, and you don't know that you saying that, maybe they're worried about, oh God, I don't want to see that card because it means another death. Now, back to my friend, when I was reading for her, I pulled the death card, and I right away, same thing came in. I was early on in my development, and I thought, oh gosh, I don't like this card. And I tried to reword it the best I could. I did pull another card, and the card was, again, it was a heavier card. Like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I want to say it was something with grief, or it was a weighted card. And I just was like, gosh, I knew in that moment that these type of cards didn't resonate with my energy. So I went on to learn angel cards and angel tarology, which is really the use of angel cards that are tarot cards, but with angels. To me, they're softer. They're just a gentler form. Not saying that you have to change from tarot. I would actually encourage you to learn more about tarot and get deeper meanings if that feels right to you, but for me it was the angels all the way. So I just wanted to share that. I hope that helps you, and if you found some guidance in this, let us know in the comments below. Make sure you hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you've not yet seen this latest video, I will pop it here somewhere, or I'll actually pop it in the description and in the comments, and you can check that out. It might be another video that will support you further. If you'd like to learn how to develop, we have another development circle coming up every month. I do them online. If you'd like to be part of that, let me know in the comments below. We will get you started, but you can also fill out the quiz. Once you fill out the quiz, you'll get added to my email community list, and then as I share different topics, different things, different classes, different online sessions, you'll be first to be aware of them. And I also share a lot of discounts and different things in my community that I don't share anywhere else. So I'm Lisa, the multifaceted medium. This is Penny, my lucky little friend from heaven, and we are here to help you learn how to connect with your mediumship and become the best medium that you can be. All right, take care, brush your hair, peace out. Hope this helped, Joanne.